When people ask me how I've stayed consistent with my journaling routine for 6 years, part of me is always like, just do it every day. I know, but the truth is, I don't journal every day, only most days. Routines change and life happens, and streaks are broken. It's a part of life. When you break your journaling habit, it can be frustrating and painful. You may be terrified to open your notebook again and see those blank pages, and become so discouraged that you never want to start back again. But what matters is how you go forward. So this video is just a quick friendly reminder that it's not too late to fix your broken journaling habits so that it's stronger, more beautiful, and just right for you. And then I hope you'll join me in the second half of the video where you can plan with me as I set up the weekly spread in my bullet journal. I'm Alicia. This channel is for you if you want a journaling routine that is messy, minimalist, and low budget, and for those of you who use journaling for mental health and growth and feelings and stuff. So let's say you had been journaling every day, staying all consistent and stuff, and then boom, suddenly something happened, such as maybe a busy holiday or maybe you were sick. Here are 2 things you can do and keep in mind as you start again. Number 1, be kind to yourself. Before you can repair something that's broken, you have to pick up the pieces, right? So in the past, when I started journaling again after forgetting for a few days or even a few weeks, I used to beat myself up a lot in my journal and in my head. I used to believe that I had to write 2 to 3 pages of just perfectly coherent and entertaining prose every single day. And anything less than that meant that I was a complete failure. And then when I did write something, sometimes I used that time to beat myself up over something stupid I did. I called myself names. I asked myself how I could be so dumb and careless and selfish and just stop. Just stop. Your journal should be the last place where you are anything but kind and supportive to yourself. I always like to think of my journal as my home. It is a place where I feel safe and comfortable and can be fully myself. If you know someone will yell at you and criticize you as soon as you walk into your house, it's going to make it more and more difficult to want to go home, right? So if you miss a day or 2 or 57, it's okay to turn the page and start again. Write about the mistakes you've made, yes, because mistakes are going to happen no matter what. But be nice to yourself. Be nice. And being flexible is important too. If you don't like your notebook, don't pressure yourself to keep using that one. Try a different one. Or if you feel pulled toward one type of journaling one day and then something else the next day, who's going to stop you? It's your thing. My second piece of advice when you've broken your streak is to find your quick fix. What's the bare minimum that you can write in your journal every day, no matter how tired or sick or drunk you might be? Is it a page? Is it 2 or 3 lines? Also be prepared to accept a different set of rules for special occasions or emergencies. Like for Thanksgiving, I barely wrote anything, and that's okay. It's a holiday, whatever. So it's okay to start really, really, really small. If you get stuck, you could start with a prompt like the best thing I ate today or the weirdest thing I saw on the bus. But the easiest way to start is to write, I don't know what to write about. And I promise you, it's magic. Something will pop up. So even though your journaling routine might be fragile right now, there's still hope for you to fix it and make it stronger. And no, it won't be the same, but it might be more beautiful and meaningful and important than it was before, because now you remember how much it hurt when it was broken. And always remember to start with kindness, and you'll find a way to put the pieces back together. So tell me, have you ever broken your journaling streak? Leave me a comment and let me know how you fixed your journaling routine. But you don't want to hear all that. Let's get on to the second half of our video and we will set up our weekly spread. And by the way, the inspiration for this video came from, I was just randomly thinking about the art of kintsugi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. That is the Japanese art of mending, usually ceramics, with gold resin or just something gold colored to highlight the beauty of the places that are broken and you know, just make it more beautiful and more strong. I don't know what I'm saying. So yes, our quote of the week is, you cannot fix what you will not face. And that is by James Baldwin. So, yes, you cannot fix things if you are not willing to examine them and look at them and decide what needs to be fixed and what is broken. So, yes, I feel that is a good quote. And now let us go to our weekly spread, or last week's weekly spread. Okay, here we are. This is my weekly spread from last week. It was a good week. Of course, Thanksgiving made things a little different. I was very mindful of the intention of the week, which was basically just to remember what I'm grateful for and not let those things that I feel that I should have or that I should want kind of weigh me down. So I feel I did pretty good with that. All right, well, let's get started. Let's go ahead and start building and planning and scheming for next week. Let me get in here. Okay, so actually this page. Ha ha ha. Okay, so we are on the first week of December, and I just totally messed up December already. Dang it, y'all. I can't talk and write at the same time. We're doing the week of December 1st through the 7th, 2024, the beginning of the end of 2024. In this section, I like to put my intention of the week. Okay, this is what I wrote. I intend to think of the broken bits of my life and my journaling routine and see what can be fixed and made stronger and better for me. Pain and adversity are unavoidable, but I will continue to forgive myself when I make mistakes. I will put my goal for December down here, and I like to use a thick marker for this. Host 5 events. And then let's just make this clear. Only one of them has to be in person. So I'll put at least one in person, which I have already done. So yes, last week after I published my last Sunday video, I hosted a very, very small meetup event, which was just co-working. I just met up at a coffee shop. I am taking just the tiniest baby steps and just making sure that I'm giving myself a lot of space to kind of practice being social with people. So now I have a little check here for my one event. And then going into December, I have a virtual meetup scheduled on Friday, December 13th. It's going to be a journaling event. I will leave a link down below. Well, one of the reasons I wanted to start hosting events is because, you know, I thought about it over the years, and I know I need to be more social, but I know my track record. I would RSVP to events and then not show up. And I started to think about why, and the reason why is because I didn't know anyone personally at these events, and so it just made it easy. I knew that nobody would be expecting me to be there, and I could just go, boop, nope, I'm not gonna go. Sorry, nobody's gonna miss me if I'm gone. So that was my mentality. So I decided, you know what, maybe I should just host the event. And then obviously I have to show up then because I'm the host. One thing that has helped me in just thinking about hosting events is this book right here that I mentioned actually a couple weeks ago on one of my videos. It is called The 2-Hour Cocktail Party. It's by Nick Gray. Can't really see that. This is a library book. I did finish the book. It is delightful. I think the thing is it's just so introvert friendly. We don't like surprises when it comes to new surroundings and new gatherings when we're surrounded by people that we don't know. We like structure. We like to know, when we're supposed to arrive, when we're supposed to leave, what's going to happen at what time. We need help with starting conversations with people and all of that. So it is all laid out. And I love that there is no room for doubt. Also, one thing that is really good about Nick Gray is that he's very accessible. He's all over social media. I went ahead and I just shot him off an email really quickly and I just said, hey, I mentioned your book in my video. And he wrote me back, I believe the same day, guess what? I would like to send you a copy of my book and I want to make sure that you host a party. And so I'm gonna keep track of that. So now I have my own copy of this book. I don't have to have this food stained copy any longer from the library because I don't take library books to restaurants. I very much hope to host one of my own 2-hour cocktail parties in January. I think I want to do that in January, but I just want to thank Nick Gray so much for offering to do that, to send this book out to me, a stranger. I've never met this guy. Yes, this book is available, I would imagine, anywhere you can buy a book. I'll leave a link down in the description box, though. This space I'm going to leave empty. I write good little notes in here. And now I'm going to go to this side of my journal and do my habit tracker. And have just enough space to be able to put the days of the week. This pen is not my friend today. All right, this week I only have 5 things. There were 2 things that I had last week. Actually, I'll show you. So I had, and I was really trying to get these 2 things to work. I've been trying to get these 2 things for weeks to be consistent. And one of them is to have a serving of fruit every day. And for some reason, my grocery shopping, I just haven't really been grocery shopping like that to really pick up bags of apples and all the things. I don't know. It just hasn't been working out lately. And then also 30 minutes of learning every day. So it's not that I'm not learning things every day. It's just that I'm not really dedicating 30 solid minutes to that. Perhaps in the future I could break it up into 10-minute increments, although that feels more inconvenient than just doing the 30 minutes all in one shot. So I don't know. Sometimes you can't mend the broken habits. Sometimes you need to let them go and just say, you know what, I have tried these for several weeks now and I've tried to word them differently and I've tried to do all these different things and it's just not happening at this point in time. That doesn't mean I can't come back at some point, but right now I'm just gonna let it go. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, so I have these 5 things. These are my core things that I try to do every day. And now I'm going to have so much space for my to-do list this week, so that's cool. All right, Sunday, I'm just putting a heart just to remind myself to rest and relax. Dang it, I need a new pen. I can't with this pen. Look how much ink there is, though. It's just not working. All right. Dang. Is it the paper? Sometimes if the paper has residue grease or something on it, then sometimes the ink doesn't work either. But it's not like I don't know what it is. I didn't put lotion on or anything weird. This is not working. Okay, so now I have a little more space to write my to-dos. Maybe I'll just leave this like this. Maybe I'll make the line not so crooked. This freaking ink, man. Maybe it's too dry in the room as well. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna ponder why these pens aren't working because it's killing me. But with the temperature, with the heat on, it could be possible that the air is just too dry and it's drying the pens out. Something that has never happened to me before. And then what I like to do is so Monday and Tuesday are kind of more focused on writing. And then Wednesday is more kind of an admin / kind of business day. The lines are just so blurred. But if I'm ever in any doubt as to what I need to be focusing on for the day, I can come back to this and say, oh yeah, today's a writing day. And Thursday and Friday are definitely YouTube focused, but that also includes a lot of writing as well, because I don't just say stuff. Sometimes I do write things down. So I do have outlines for what I say. Yes, in case you just thought I just made all this up. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and put Friday down here or up here. And then Saturday. So really, YouTube gets 3 days because it's a little more labor intensive. And then I go ahead and put the weeks. Let's see, so December, we've got 8th through the 14th. And then we put a rubber stamp. Yes, look at that. Oh yeah. And we will put December 2024. And I got this case. I don't even want to show the brand name. I got this case to put my markers in, or my highlighters, and it's okay. It's just kind of bulky, but I wanted, and I just wanted something to put my highlighters and stuff in for when I take my backpack to work. You should see me when I'm going to work. Like, I'm going on a 3-day trip. I have these highlighters, and I also usually have my computer with me, sometimes my work computer and my personal computer, and then I usually have a bunch of books. So yes, it's not uncommon to see a couple of library books in my bag, like all sorts of stuff. So so I just got this bag, but I may be changing this up very soon. Okay, I'm gonna go with these colors for my highlighters. Crap. There's no rhyme or reason to the colors that I select for these, but I do like to just highlight them and make them pretty. That's it. That looks pretty good to me. This is my weekly spread for the first week of December 2024. We're almost at the end of the year, you guys. We're making it. We're doing it. Yes. Oh, wait. I knew I was forgetting something. I want to highlight the week as well. So I'm going to do that. There we go. Now everything is complete. So this is my week, and I will fill in these to-dos later and get my next 2 weeks filled in as well, just to keep myself organized. Oh, I have a friend's birthday coming up on that day, so I'm going to go ahead and circle that. And else, this is it. So I thank you so much for joining me. Thank you again, Nick Gray, for sending me that book. And I rambled on a lot about you. I'm just so happy about that. And I hope that you all have a wonderful week, a wonderful first week of December. And I thank you for joining me. Please leave me a like down below and leave me a comment if you have any tips for maintaining your journaling routine, or just maybe different things that you like to write about to get yourself going if you don't have any if your mind goes blank and you don't know what to write about. How do you get going again? Let me know. And I'm going to give you all the upside down wave goodbye. Have a good week.